Good evening, Baguio. Welcome to another episode of the Wednesday program of Ate Says, Closer to Home. Unfortunately, we will not be having her around, and I'm here sitting in for her on the Valentine episode of her show. And tonight is indeed an epic episode because we are presenting to you an event that's happening tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. And this is now becoming famous everywhere and has gained prominence not only on Facebook but on also the pages of major newspapers and, of course, word of mouth of everyone, and that is 1 billion rising. It is said that it takes strength to stand up for what is right, but it takes courage to live by it, and more so influence people to do so as well. This evening, I have with me two significant individuals involved in this particular event. On my immediate left is a wonderful, wonderful woman, and she's wearing one of my favorite colors tonight. Very apt in chime with our theme. She happens to be the regional director of Inabuyog, Gabriela, the beautiful Miss Mila Singson. Please welcome her. Hello, Miss Mila.
Magandang gabi, beautiful Grace. At saka magandang gabi sa lahat ng manunood ng ating show. Magandang gabi, sir.
Okay, and welcome to Closer to Home for the first time, Miss Mila. Okay, and of course, right beside her is a dashing gentleman, and he is the spokesperson for V-Men Metro Baguio. And famous as he is my personal mentor and a very good friend. Please welcome Mr. Rob Ocampo.
Good evening, Gracie. Good evening to all the righteous people of Baguio and Benguet. Nandito na naman po ang inyong Kuya Rob. And this time we're going to talk about the 1 billion rising, which is going to happen tomorrow. Yeah.
Welcome po sa inyong dalawa. Nako, parang feeling ko dapat ating-ate ako ngayong gabi sa ating episode. Alright, so Kuya Rob, actually, I didn't hear of 1 billion rising until I saw it. I saw the posts on Facebook,
right.
And it really got me interested kasi napakaganda ng 1 billion rising. It indicates something of gaining a higher position.
That's right.
Right. Po. Can you tell us something about this particular? Is it an organization, a movement of any sort, or?
Okay. First things first. It's like this. People in Manila, especially Boy Abunda, under the direction of Monique Wilson, they came up with the 1 billion rising last January 17, I think.
All right.
So a day before that, I saw it on the news, and I said I got in touch with Miss Mila Singson. I said, Mila, why don't we do it here in Baguio? And sabi niya, sir, we're going to talk about it. And then that same day, sabi niya, okay, sir, we're going to do it. I think it's a noble project. So that's how it started here. But the 1 billion rising, that started 15 years ago. Is it 15 years ago, right?
Miss Mila? Yes. About
Just this year.
Yeah. I'm talking about the V-Men.
The V-Men.
Okay. The V-Men who are very supportive. The V-Men all over the world are very supportive of this endeavor. And V-Men started 15 years ago.
Right.
That was the very first time that you've heard about the play, which is called The Vagina Monologue.
Okay.
So it was 15 years ago when the play, is it a Broadway?
Broadway.
It's
Stage play.
Stage play.
Okay. Vagina Monologue. Okay. That's when the V-Men also started. Okay,
right.
so this year, since there's going to be 1 billion rising, you have to remember that the 1 billion rising is happening all over the world. It's not only happening here in Baguio.
Right.
It's happening all over the world. And it happens at exactly 2:14 in the afternoon of February 14.
Okay.
So that's really very significant. But here in Baguio, since dahil sa mga traffic and things like that, so we cannot hold it at the same time. But somewhere around the world, it's 2:14 at 4 o'clock here.
Okay.
That's fine. So maybe Mila can explain to you about the 1 billion rising.
Okay. Miss Mila.
Gusto ko lang dagdagan yung sinabi ni Sir Rob sa VMen. Actually, yung VMen din, meron tayong na-form, merong formation noon na it was called Men in Purple.
Men in Purple, yeah, that's right.
Pero ngayon, yung Men in Purple ay inaano natin as VMen ngayon. Na may mga new members naman ito or bagong mga men na nag-advocate ng aming advocacy, yung violence against women and children. So yung 1 billion rising naman, ito ay sinimulan din ni na Monique Wilson nga last year. Kasi nakita worldwide na very alarming na yung level ng violence against women na nangyayari sa mga kababaihan worldwide. So, sila yung nagsimula. May kasama siyang isang artist din, international artist. So, sila yung nagsimula at last year nga, December 7, na-launch natin yung 1 billion rising dito sa Baguio. So, ngayon naman, bukas, ang talagang
Ang launch.
We did that already last December. We gathered a lot of women for a forum in University of the Philippines, and then after that we herded them to Sunshine Park to do the 1 billion OBR dance. So that was the first time that we staged it. But this time, it's going to be a parang tulungan na mas marami pang tao, no?
Yeah.
From different sectors. So parang this is going to be the culmination of the OBR for this year. So we're really hoping that it's going to be very big, so that the message that we'd like to convey to all the people will be heard. So ganon na naging ano na.
1 billion to mean, is it a quantity related
The
term?
song goes like this, so that you will be able to understand it. When you say 1 billion rising, it's about women, 1 billion women rising, to say that they are against violence against their kind.
Right.
So 1 billion women all over the world.
Right.
So ganun yan.
Okay, alam mo, I have to be very honest with you, Kuya, and Ate Mila. Sabi ko nga, it's a very, very striking line, 1 billion rising. Ang unang nakita ko, kasi may mga affirmations dun sa page ni Kuya na mga lalaki ang karamihan ko nakikita. Ang naging idea ko, and it really touched me so much, na these men are the one rising to protest against the violence. Yung pala, mga babae. But then, yung ginawa mo, Kuya, is mga lalaki are speaking out against violence against women. And that's something for us na mga babae na kayo na mismong mga lalaki ang kumukontra dito sa issue na to.
You have to remember, Gracie, that there's no denying that the perpetrators of the violence, especially at home, domestic violence, are the men.
Right.
And I think it would really be nice that other men would like to wake up other men to say, stop, enough. Enough. I mean, that the women are our co-equal.
Yes.
That's how God created us.
Yeah.
Where we're not supposed to be hurting them.
Yes.
And there's just got to be some group of men who will tell other men na tama na. Tama na. And that's the very purpose of the women. And the more men who will be joined in the women, the more men pledging that they're not going to hurt their spouses anymore or even their children.
Right.
So ganun yan.
Okay. So, napakaganda, no? So, it's a genderless advocacy, regardless if you're a man or a woman. You join the fight against, yung violence against women. Right. Ma'am Mila, I know, we all know that you are the regional director of Inabuya Gabriela. Is this just one of the programs that you're heavily involved in?
Just to correct, I'm the chairperson of the Inabuya Gabriela.
Oh, the chairperson. Okay. Ba, hindi naman kita dinemote doon?
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Naku, baka merong RD, tapos siya. Okay.
Yung, ang Inabuya Gabriela, dati nilang campaign, itong violence against women. Mula nung naitayo itong women movement dito sa Cordillera, ito na yung isang program namin. So, matagal na kaming nagki-cater ng mga services on yung mga victims at survivors ng violence against women.
Okay, so part and parcel program. How about the V-Men, Kuya?
Well, the V-Men, this is going to be the first time. Actually, tomorrow morning, it's going to be the launching of the V-Men of Metro Baguio. So, this is just going to be the first time that the V-Men are going to be launched, as a group, Although, in the past, we did have Men in Purple, but it's a very loose organization. It's a very loose organization. So, we're trying to institutionalize the V-Men now in such a way that may katulong yung mga kababaihan, na isa boses yung hinaing ng mga kababaihan, something like that. So the V-Men are not just going to be involved tomorrow's event. We want the V-Men to be involved 365 days a year in whatever capacity they can in preventing violence at home, at work, and at school, and in all different settings.
V stands for what? Okay lang ba? Okay lang ba sabihin?
Okay, that's going to be part of my speech tomorrow.
All
and
right.
I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain to all the people who will be there what V stands for.
What V stands for? Okay.
It's well, one word that V stands for is victory. So we just have to win this for the women. We have to win this battle for the women. So we need to be victorious on this one.
Okay. Akala ko Valentine's. Valentine's Day.
That too. Because we're holding the 1 billion rising on that same day, February 14th. So
It was really
day.
meant to be held every Valentine's Day talaga po from the very start, or
well, since this is the first year, that we're going to hold the 1 billion rising, so it would really be nice if we hold it on February 14. You have to remember that it's the Love Day, so wouldn't it be nice that love will reign, love will reign on that same day among men and women.
Wow, what a way to celebrate Valentine's Day naman, tomorrow. We will be back after this break and we'll talk more about 1 billion rising. We have our number on screen, our globe number. Kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, meron kayong mga comments, suggestions, and queries from our guest, Miss Mila Singson and Kuya Rob Ocampo, you're free to text them po. We'll be back after this break. Closer to home, when you're getting closer to our hearts every Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. as we bring to you the show of Atices Closer to Home. And tonight we have our Valentine episode featuring 1 billion rising. I'm still with the chairman, ayan, correction na kanina, chairperson ng Inabuyog Gabriela, Miss Mila Singson, and of course the spokesperson for V-Men Metro Baguio, Mr. Rob Ocampo. Going back, Miss Mila, let's talk more about 1 billion rising and the involvement of Gabriela, the Gabriela po dito sa program po na ito. We call it a program, diba? And well, it's going to be launched tomorrow dito po sa Baguio. Maybe it's best to update our viewers on, syempre, kung yung pinaka-premise kung bakit meron tayo ganitong event is the existence of the violence against women here in Baguio City. Give us a picture of how serious, if the term is right, is this issue really is in the city of Baguio at the moment.
Gusto ko lang sabihin na yung 1 billion rising dito sa Pilipinas ay ino-organize at pinamumunuan ng Inabuyog ay Gabriela sa national dito sa Philippines at saka yung Gabriela Women's Party. So, sila yung namuno dito sa OBR or 1 Billion Rising Philippines. Kung dito naman sa Baguio, di kami din kasi kami ang chapter ng Gabriela sa regions, Cordillera region. So ito yung kami yung nag-organize together with Sir Rob kasi siya naman yung hiningan din namin ng tulong paano namin at sino ang mga katuwang namin kasi nandyan na ngayong VMen na kailangan din i-launch kasi sa Manila na-launch din ito. So, sina Boy Abunda ang VMen sa Manila. So, kinuha natin yung commitment din ni Sir Rob. So, maganda naman yung pag-uusap. So, ito na, bukas na. Dito sa Baguio, kung bakit din natin yung parang pinupush yung advocacy natin, yung campaign natin for violence against women kasi dumadami din yung victims ng violence against women kung sa kaming mga inabuyog, we are doing services, facilitation ng mga violence against women survivors. In a week, may 3 kaming natatanggap ng mga kaso ng violence against women. Karamihan naman ito ay yung domestic violence na ang perpetrator ay yung mga asawa, mga karelasyon. So yun naman yung kung bakit natin talagang tuloy-tuloy na gawin itong kampanya natin.
3 times a week, ha?
No, three cases.
3 cases in every week.
Yes,
3 cases ang nai-report po sa inyo.
But you have to remember, Grace, ang daming undocumented na ganyan.
Yes, oo.
No? Because yung ano nga natin, yung culture nga natin na sinasarili nila lang nung biktima. Yung mga ganong incident. So, hindi na siya nagsusumbong. Hindi niya maisumbong sa nanay at tatay niya eh. So, yun ang gustong gawin ng 1 Billion Rising na magkaboses sa mga babae na ipaglaban nila ang karapatan nila. Ang dami kasi yung undocumented case. We're not only talking about the home setting.
Right.
No? Meron pa yung sa work setting, no? Pati sa school setting. Marami dyan.
Sexual harassment also is part of it.
It's part of a violence.
Saka sinasabi natin na ang violence against women nangyayari kahit saan.
Right.
Kaya ang mga kababaihan ay hindi safe sa kahit anong lugar.
Sa kahit anong lugar. What about, kasi there are different forms of abuse, di ba? There's physical abuse and verbal abuse also is part of violence.
Emotional. Mental abuse.
Mental abuse.
And that also is part of, yung pang-aapi nila sa mga babae. We're not only talking here about physical abuse, no? Ang daming klase ng abuse na encounter or na undergo ng mga kababaihan. And yun, kailangan natin pigilan, kailangan natin itigil.
At saka yung isang nakikita namin, na isang forma ng violence sa mga kababaihan na yung kahirapan. Kasi kung wala nang maisaing ang isang pamilya, sino ang nababahala? Yung nanay. Tapos siya din yung naghahanap ng kung anong trabaho, klase ng trabaho, napasukin para lang mayroong makain ang pamilya. So doon din, kahit napaka-vulnerable sa abuses, susuungin niya kasi wala siyang maipakain sa kanyang pamilya. So yun din yung nakikita natin.
Yeah, that's true.
So kahirapan is
it's another form of abuse.
That is though statistically related or yung po sinasabi ninyo. It's a form of abuse pag pinagtatrabaho po ang babae ng sobra-sobra.
Yeah. Yun nga yung sinasabi ni Mila kanina, yung incident ng mga gano'n, no? Yung incident ng mga incidents ng ganyan, no? Ang taas dito sa atin. Mataas dito sa atin. But what we're saying is that marami pang undocumented.
Undocumented. What's the reason kaya, Kuya Ate Mila, kung bakit tight-lipped yung mga biktima natin na iba na hindi sila makapagsalita or ano kayo yung mga factors na dito present sa kanilang setting, bakit may balakid para magsalita sila?
Kasi yung karamihan sa mga victims natin, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na victim blaming sa kababaihan, sa mga kababaihan. Kasi kunyari kung ako na sexual harass, sasabihin nila, bakit ka kasi napapa-charming? Bakit ka kasi nakasuot?
Nang ganyan, no?
Bakit mo pinapakita ang cleavage mo para hindi ka hipuan? ganyan, hindi naman yun dapat ang magtutulak sa mga kalalakihan na hipuan or
Hindi rin invitasyon yun.
oo. So ano ang dahilan kasi? So yung pagtingin din kasi na ang mga kababaihan ay para ang babae ay isang sex object. Ganun lang kaagad yung pag-iisip ng mga ng sosyedad, ng lipunan.
Okay.
At saka siguro kailangan na nating tumawid doon sa dun sa paniniwala natin na women are the weaker sex.
Right.
No, hindi maaari na yung babae na lang subservient palagi sa lalaki. Siguro yun yung mga kailangan nating itawid na. I-correct, itama, no, iwasto. Mga ganun.
Okay, so kaya sila hindi nagsusumbong or minsan sinisisi rin siguro nila yung sarili nila kasi yun nga yung naikintal sa isip nila na kasalanan mo kaya ka ginawan ng ganyan. Oo.
Tapos kung sa loob ng bahay, sasabihin nila, it's a private affair yan. Hindi pwede.
Wala dapat makialam.
Kasi pribado itong kaso, ganyan. So, yun yung isang hindi sila lumalabas. Kaya may mga undocumented cases tayo. Lalong-lalo na sa rape. Walang lumalabas kasi parang napakadumi mo kung ikaw ay victim or survivor ng rape.
Kung minsan magulang pang pumipigil.
I was gonna say that.
Di ba, yung let's say na-rape yung anak nila, tapos sasabihin ng magulang na wag na tayong mag-file ng kaso, wag na tayong kasi mapapahiya lang tayo, mapapahiya ka lang, bata ka pa, yung future mo ganito. So, yun ang nagpapahina ng loob ng kababaihan. Kasi nga walang support na nanggagaling mismo kung minsan sa mga sarili ng magulang, sarili ng kapamilya.
At saka hindi supportive yung mga tao sa paligid nila, mga relatives and friends. Instead na tulungan na makaahon sa sitwasyon, they tend to make judgments and then and make judgments and not only that, yun yung sa society natin kasi na dapat, di ba, na perfect ka, malinis ka, and all that pag babae, gano'n.
Oo. That's a culture. Another thing na pwede mong i-blame din yung judicial system natin. Hindi masyadong mabilis, hindi masyadong potent, no? Para tumulong sa mga ganitong cases ng abuse. Ang napakaganda nga sana kung medyo matibay at saka talagang epektibo yung mga batas natin para sa ganon maisulong ng husto sa pagpigil ng karahasan.
Yes. Oo. Sige, ma'am.
Ay, kasi meron tayong batas, yung kaugnay doon sa sinasabi ni Sir Rob. Meron tayong 36 batas na ito sana ang nag-safeguard sa karapatan ng mga kababaihan. Pero wala kasing nangyayari tulad ng rape. Ang rape, yung batas ng rape, kailangan meron kang eyewitness, bago mo ma-prove na ikaw ay na-rape.
Yes.
So, sa ngayon, meron kasi kaming kaso na yung na-rape ng isang captain ng 86 Infantry Battalion sa Mangkayan, na ang hirap mo namang maghanap ng eyewitness kung ang rape kasi hindi ginagawa sa public place eh. Pinaplano mo yan eh.
Tama.
Kaya tinatago mong i-rape mo yung babae. So ngayon, yung babae, yung batang na rape, sa ngayon ay nasa selective amnesia. Nawalan na siya ng pag-iisip or hindi niya na gustong isipin yung nangyari sa kanya. So, walang witness. So, hinihintay lang natin yung paggaling ng bata para ma-push uli yung kaso. So, yun yung mga kaso ng na nahihirapan tayo. Kasi may mga may mga butas ang mga batas natin.
Tama. At may mga witnesses naman na ayaw ding makialam talaga na nakita na yung pangyayari, hindi pa rin sila magsasalita. Siguro, number one, takot sila. For fear. Or meron naman kuya na talagang wala lang talaga, no? Mindless. Wala talaga silang pakialam sa nangyari sa paligid nila. So, it's very good that you came up with this program kasi ito pong iba't ibang taong involved sa mga ganitong mga issues we can awaken po yung kanilang and ignite yung kanilang spirits.
Maganda nga sana kung we will be able to put yung support system
Right.
No? Mas paigtingin din yung support system dito sa mga kababaihan na to. Kasi kung minsan yun din ang kulang. No? Kulang na nga, kulang na nga yung batas para maprotektahan sila, pero pag nangyari sa kanila, kulang pa rin yung support system. So, yun siguro mga problema kung bakit kailangan natin mag 1 billion rising.
At saka yung mahalaga dito, kung after ng 1 billion rising bukas, sana tuloy-tuloy na ito at parang inaanyayahan natin yung mga grupong malalahok bukas na ituloy yung advocacy. Kasi kami sa Inabuyog, nagbibigay kami ng pag-aaral tungkol sa para maging aware ang mga kababaihan doon sa karapatan nila, sa sarili nila at ano ang dapat nilang gawin. Kasi yung mga victims, pati yung family ng mga victims ng violence against women, binibigyan natin ng pag-aaral na sinasabi natin sa kanila na hindi dapat private yung mga kasong ganito at dapat tulungan yung victims, yung survivor para
makarecover.
Kasi may mga victims kasi na dumidiretso na sa masisiraan na ng bait. So, yun yung kailangan natin yung sinasabi ni Sir Rab na support system. Kahit walang resources, basta yung suporta mo mismo, moral support doon sa victim, mahalaga na yan.
You have to remember na yung support system, unang-una manggagaling dapat yan sa pamilya mo.
Right.
No? And then, dapat manggagaling din yan sa gobyerno mo. No, kasi yan ang isa sa mga responsibilidad ng gobyerno para protektahan lahat ng mga citizen ng kanila, no, ng nasasakupan nila. So yun ang mga importante na kailangan ng kababaihan natin ngayon. And we're not only talking about the kababaihan, we're also talking about yung mga kabataan, no? Kasi yung 1 billion rising hindi lang sa pagprotekta sa mga kababaihan, pati na rin ang mga kabataan. Kasi lagi, no, especially sa domestic setting, lagi kadamay ang mga bata. Pag nasasaktan yung ina ng tahanan, kuminsan damay pati bata.
Yes. Okay. When we come back, we are going to talk about the role that V-Men and, of course, the Gabriela are playing in this forthcoming event at kung sino-sino pa yung ibang mga private sectors natin siguro na involved para sa movement na to. We'll be back after this break. Nandiyan po ang ating number sa screen kung gusto niyo lang po mag-text sa inyong mga katanungan, comments, and queries from our guests. You're still on Closer to Home. Back to Closer to Home, and of course, we're celebrating Valentine's Day today, and tomorrow will be the launching of 1 Billion Rising. We have with us Ms. Mila Singson, and of course, Kuya Rob Ocampo, and a very special guest just stepped in. Alright, may mga katanungan na po tayo dito, Kuya Rob and Ate Mila. May surprise guest tayo, no? Para bumati ng Valentine's Day. May mga katanungan na po tayo dito, but before I'm going to shoot these questions, let's talk about the participating organizations naman dito sa 1 Billion Rising natin, Ms. Mila, para lang malaman ng ating mga viewers kung gaano palaki ng palaki ang ating movement na to.
Yung activity natin bukas, Grace, ito ay na-endorse na ng City Council para magiging special event ng Baguio City. So, masaya tayo doon kasi naging special event ng ating 1 Billion Rising. Tapos yung mga participating organization, di nandyan yung OWA, yung agency. Yung members nila ay dadalo sila bukas sa ating activity. Then yung iba pang women organization sa Baguio City, yung mga Kalipi, yung mga solo parents organization, nandyan din sila bukas. At yung mga schools, yung University of the Philippines Baguio, dadalo sila lahat. Yung estudyante at saka yung mga teachers ay lalahok bukas para sa ating.
Wow, okay, multi-sectoral pa ang participation. Kuya.
Gracie, gusto kong idagdag dyan, no? Inimbita rin natin yung mga maraming grupo ng kalalakihan. Ang iba dyan, yung mga inimbita natin yung mga police trainees na nag-training sa Napolcom. Inimbita rin natin yung mga Air Force Reservists, courtesy of Colonel Beto Reyes and yung son niya, si Bong Reyes. We also invited yung Army Reservists, yung 106, no? Army Reservists. We also invited yung mga iba-ibang fraternities ng Baguio, no? And sino pa? Yung grupo ng mga macho, no?
Nako.
Yung mga guardians ng Baguio. Courtesy of Fiscal Elmer Sagsago and of course yung kaibigan natin si Pastor Dave Chavarria, no?
Okay.
Maraming guardians ang sasali. The reason why I'm inviting ng mga kalalakihan na to, no? Ito yung mga macho no? Ito yung mga macho. So there's a better way to show machismo naman
Right.
It would really be nice na makikita mo yung mga maskulado, mga lalaking-lalaki na nagsasayaw ng OBR dance.
Nako.
It's some sort of a pledge that if they're going to dance, the OBR dance, it's something like they're saying that from now on, I'm not going to hurt my spouse anymore. I'm not going to hurt my children anymore. Parang ganon. It's some sort of a pledge.
Of a pledge. Alright.
So ganon. So it would really be nice to see a lot of men tomorrow in Session Road. We're closing Session Road. Of course, tinulungan tayo ng City Council, no? Para isara natin yung Session Road na buo yung from McDonald PNB area paakyat ng hanggang doon sa may rotonda. So,
Alright.
we will try to fill that up with a lot of people. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to see a lot of men dancing the OBR dance. Yeah. So, anyway, yung mga nakalap namin na mga miyembro, no, ng VMen Metro Baguio, let me just we have Mr. David Guzman of ABS-CBN, no?
Okay.
He's a newscaster. We also have stage actor and environmentalist Carlo Altomonte. No?
Okay.
We also have retiree and engineer or architect Federico Balanag. The old man Balanag, one of my favorites. Sino pa? Rico Gutierrez, Senior Blues, no? On radio, he's Senior Blues. So isa rin siya.
Si
Art Alative, of course, yung paborito nating PWD, no? Person with disability, no? Isa rin siya sa mga women. We're hoping na Mr. Vic Agkawili, including Bishop Senson, will be joining us. And we're really hoping for that. Mr. Danny Orquico of Child and Family Services, Kidlat Tahimik,
Okay.
National Artist Ben Cab. So I hope this gentleman will soon join us in the Women League. Yan. So, yun.
How do you become a member of the league, Kuya?
It's really very simple. All you have to do is pledge that you're not going to hurt your spouse or you're not going to hurt anyone. Not only women. You know, you're not going to hurt anyone. That's how you become a V-man.
All right.
Walang masyadong criteria. The only criteria is that you're not going to hurt your fellow man.
Okay.
Mababae man siya, malalaki man siya, mabata man siya.
Tsaka yung yung paniniwala mo doon sa advocacy.
Doon sa
Okay.
advocacy.
Advocacy namin, siyempre, kasi kami yung campaign on violence against women. So, yun naman yung mahalaga.
You must have the heart for it.
nire-respeto
Yeah, yun lang yun.
yung
You have
rights
the heart.
ng mga kababayan.
Yeah, you just don't become a member. You just don't become a V-man. No?
Right.
You have to advocate it.
Yeah.
You have to tell every man, you have to tell everybody that, na hindi na pwede yun. And that's the very purpose of 1 Billion Rising. Although the Inabuyo Gabriela started it here in Baguio, it would really be nice that the advocacy will be echoed and re-echoed by the people who will be participating in the 1 Billion Rising tomorrow. Ganun yan.
Right. Yes.
Yung mga organization din, dagdag doon sa sinabi ko, andyan din yung Cordillera People's Alliance. Ito yung mga indigenous,
Oh, yes.
yung alliance ng indigenous people dito sa Cordillera. So, magpa-participate sila bukas with their traditional costume, yung
Wow.
nakabahag or
Yung katribo,
nakatapis,
yeah,
ganyan. At saka yung katribo, yung mga katribo natin, gigimik din sila para ipakita yung suporta dito sa advocacy.
There will be a lot of artists. So we're going to give it the Cordilleran, the 1 billion rising with the Cordilleran flavor.
Right.
So there will be a lot of gongs, there will be a lot of drums, which is something that it can be done in some other places here in the Philippines. So iba talaga magiging OBR ng Baguio. It's going to be really something different because yun nga, sabi ko may Cordilleran flavor. Tama, Mila?
Yes, and nice of you to have organized it in to be a festive like affair more than something that like kasi walang ibang taint or color na
You have to remember that if we will be able to muster a lot of people in Session Road tomorrow to dance the OBR dance, that is already victory and that's something to celebrate.
Right. And OBR dance, naku, gusto ko kuya, dapat nagdala ka ng dancers mo.
No. It's really going to be very beautiful. Ang ganda. Ang ganda. Lahat ng moves is very meaningful.
Okay.
May ibig sabihin lang, even the lyrics of the song that we're going to dance, it's really something different. It explains the very heart of every woman. Ganun yan.
Wow, na-excite tuloy ako. And that's from 9 to 12, 9 a.m.?
The VMen Summit, which is going to be held at University of Baguio, that's going to be from 9 to 12 in the morning.
Okay.
And at 3:30 to 5 o'clock, that's going to be the OBR dance right at the very heart of the city.
Session Road.
Yes.
Sarado ang Session Road from
Yes.
3:30 to 5
That's
for
right.
this particular event.
That's right.
Okay, meron tayong katanungan dito. Yung scope daw po ba ng ating event, is it extended to the campaign for violence against men din? Kasi hindi lang naman po mga babae ang in-exertan ng violence, di ba? There are also men who are victims of abuse.
Kung tayo naman, kung sa Inebuyog Gabriela, hindi lang natin naman tinitignan sa mga kababaihan kasi hindi natin ma-deny na may mga kalalakihan din na na-abuse.
Although very remote, no?
Pero yung numbers, kung i-compare mo yung numbers ng na-abuse, na victims ng violence, ay mas marami ang kababaihan.
Kababaihan, yeah. Kasi minsan I was on a taxi, kuya, no? Yung taxi na sa harapan namin, kitang-kita ko kung paano i-abuse nung babae yung lalaki. Talagang pinapunch niya in the face. And yung lalaki hindi talaga gumagalaw. Yung taxi driver nga, hindi niya alam, nag-swerve siya from right to left, na natatakot. Talagang nakitang-kita namin how he was physically hurting yung partner niya and the partner was not, so it's also happening around us, men being abused by women.
When you talk about violence, kasi you're not only talking about violence against women. You're not only talking about violence against children. No? You talk about violence against human race. Ibig sabihin nun, kahit paano yung gender mo, you should be against violence.
Right.
So ganun yung ganun din yung sa Gabriela. Although mas isinusulong nila kasi napakataas yung incident ng violence against women. Kaya yun ang mas nagfo-focus sila doon, although not disregarding itong mga violence against women and children.
Kung may magpapatulong sa atin na victims ng violence ng mga kalalakihan, kunyari ang perpetrator ang mga babae, di haharapin natin. Hindi naman natin sasabihin na hindi, pang babae lang kami. Ganun. So karamihan kasi nang nabibictimize ng violence against women ay yung mga grassroots women din. Yung mga walang kaya sa buhay ng mga kababaihan. Pati nga yung human rights violation, kasi hinaharap din natin na kaso ito, sila talaga yung nabibiktima, yung mga nasa mababang yung mga
Yeah, doon mo nakikita poverty talaga has something to do with this violence.
Right.
Yun ang inaano namin. Kaya nga, we're not only about ending. We're not only about ending the violence. We'd like also to end the poverty.
Right.
Which is very prevalent to a lot of women.
Right.
So yun.
Right. And it's
Kaya
always
nakikita mo to end poverty and violence. Talaga.
It is always best to hit the problem at the source, di ba? Kung ano yung talagang pinaka-root cause niya. I have a question here. I'm going to read it, but we're going to pause for a break before you answer it. May katanungan tayo rito, a text message. Are the homosexuals also under the protection of the campaign? And as in violence, because there are reported cases of gays being discriminated against and even being murdered. All right, so this question will be answered by our guests when we come back after this break. We're celebrating Valentine's Day, 1 billion rising, still at Closer to Home.
Closer to home.
Oops, closer to home.
Closer to home.
Closer to home.
Closer to home! Closer to home!
Closer to home.
Closer to home!
Please keep in mind that love and peace will reign when you're closer to home.
Back to Closer to Home, I was about to say Entreview. Sa lahat ng mga fans ko na Entreview na nanonood ngayong gabi, ako si Ate Ces, of course, nagmula pa sa Lingayen, hindi nakahabol sa atin, but Ate Ces, kung saan ka man naroon, we are missing you tonight. Going back to our topic here on 1 billion rising, meron tayong question kanina na sasagutin ni Sir Rob at ni Ma'am Mila. Are homosexuals also under the protection of this campaign? Because there are gays that are being violated against and even murdered. Yun ang tanong po.
Siyempre, no? Kasi violence ang pinag-uusapan natin. And actually, yung aming organization, may mga gays and lesbians, yung mga LGBT community, na kasali na member ng aming organization. So, definitely, kasali sila doon sa campaign ngayon. Yung recently nga, meron tayong kaso na rape na lesbian. Nung January lang ito.
Right.
So, ito yung isang talagang nakaka-alarm na in a month, last January, may 2 kami kaso ng rape. So, nakaka-alarma. So, parang ang pagtingin kasi nila sa gays, sa mga lesbian, ay, sige nga, masubukan nga ang mga ito. Parang ang pagtingin kasi, yung umiiral yung homophobia na issue ng lesbian na dahil sila ay tumboy or sila ay gays, parang pinaglalaruan. Parang hindi sila normal, parang sila ay outcast sa isang society. Mga ganyan ang pagtingin nila Kaya malala din yung violence na nangyayari sa kanila. So, kailangan natin ding gawan ng paraan para ma-stop itong nangyayari sa mga kapatid natin na LGBT.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Alam mo, Grace, when I said earlier that this is also a campaign to stop violence against the human race. So we're not only talking about women, pati itong mga LGBT na I'll try to make it simple. Anak din sila ng Diyos.
Right.
They're not outcast. I just hope that the people will stop also treating them like society's outcast. No? They're not. So they also deserve to be treated fairly. Just like you and me. Just like the rest of the straight na mga tao. Yung campaign namin, yung campaign ng 1 Billion Rising, hindi sinisingle out ang women. So we have to remember that when you come and dance tomorrow with 1 Billion Rising, you are there to manifest. You are there to manifest your detestation, okay, of the violence against the human race. So ganun yun.
Okay. I was gonna say, may bago akong code name kay Kuya Rob Ocampo. You are now the man of the universe. Oh, di ba? Sabi mo universal, di ba? Yung advocacy. Alright, ang isa nating katanungan, sa mga female sex workers daw naman natin, ma'am, what are you doing about them? Because there are cases of exploitation of which they are the major victims. And meron bang ginagawa ang mga inabuyag para sa mga female sex workers natin?
Karamihan sa kanila hindi sila dumududog sa amin o humihingi ng tulong.
Okay.
Kung pupunta sila sa amin, di syempre tutulungan natin kung sila ay victims ng violence against women o biktima ng anumang forma ng abuses. Pero kung sa aming pagtingin, sa aming organization, hindi naman natin sila ni Echepuera o pinandidirian o ano, kasi sila din ay victims. Yung pagiging sex worker nila ay victims na sila ng violence against women or victims na sila ng abuses, ganyan. So, ayun yung inaano natin na sana kung may mga disenteng trabaho na maibibigay ang ating gobyerno para hindi sila nasadlak doon sa ganung trabaho. So, hindi sana natin sila tignan as, kasi minsan yung ating society, yung ating lipunan, tinitingnan sila as marumi or sila ay, sila ang tulak sa kanilang sariling pumunta sa ganitong trabaho. Pero hindi. Sila ay biktima ng kahirapan. Yung mga iba sinasabi nilang, yun naman yung pinili nila. Kasi nga walang choice.
Okay.
Walang trabaho.
Alam mo, Grace, ang nakakalungkot pa dito, merong bill sa Congress, no? Para illegalize ang prostitution. And this is like encouraging our women, no? To go into prostitution so that they're going to earn a living. This is wrong. Masyadong distorted yata yung paniniwalang to na marami pang ibang klase naman ng trabaho na pwede nilang pasukan.
Right.
Marami namang klase ng trabaho na pwede silang mag-training para sa ganun ma-employ sila. Bakit kailangan i-encourage natin ang mga kababaihan na gawing profession, no?
Yeah.
Although, well, yung old adage nga na prostitution is the oldest profession. But why is it called profession when it's not a profession at all? Yun na nakakalungkot. And then, may move pa na illegalize to. I think, sobra na. Parang tayo na mismo, mga batas na natin, mga ganitong batas natin, ang nagpapababa ng uri ng kababaihan.
Right.
Yun lalabanan talaga namin, and I hope, sa amin, sa mga women, isa to sa mga lalabanan namin, and I hope na katulong pa rin namin dito ang Gabriela para pigilan itong pagpapalegalize ng prostitution.
And why legalize it in the first place? Ano yung mga circumstances, if we may call it that, na dapat illegalize sa prostitution?
We really don't know the premise. Why do they have why a congressman has to file a bill such as that, no? Hindi pa namin nababasa yung bill na but then hindi rin namin alam yung premise niyan. Pero sa akin, just the mere thought that a lawmaker would want to legalize prostitution is totally wrong.
Right.
Yung sinasabi nilang isa, parang decriminalization ng sex worker.
Right.
Kaya nila nililegalize prostitution. Pero may batas ba na parang na criminal ang pagtingin sa mga sex worker? Wala namang batas.
Right.
Pero ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, ang mga hinuhuli nila, kung kunyari may nakahubad sa isang bar, ang hinuhuli yung babae sino ba ang nagbabayad sa babae para sumayaw na hubad-hubad at maging GRO na merong nangyayari sa loob, ganyan. So ang ang titignan yung may-ari ng bar kasi ginagamit niya ang katawan ng babae para kumita. At saka yung isa din, yung mga nang-aabuso, yung mga nami-make up ng mga kababaihan.
Yung kumukuha ng serbisyo nila.
Serbisyo nila. Sila dapat ang huliin. Ang hinuhuli ngayon, yung mga kababaihan natin. Pero wala namang kasing batas na dapat huliin mo sila.
Right.
Ano ba hindi naman sila criminal, sila ay victims.
Right.
Yun na nga lang pagre-require sa kanila na I think every week yata na yung pap smear.
Right.
It somehow encourages also that you can go into prostitution just as long as you routinely conduct pap smear. Parang mali yata, masyadong distorted yata yung ganung paniniwala.
Alam mo ang sabi nila dahil kaya daw sila nagkakandak ng mga ganyan pap smear, yung mga check-up every month, yung mga sex worker na sinasabi nila, para daw mapangalagahan ang kanilang katawan ng mga kababaihan. Yun ang,
because they are exposed to,
to
yung mga activities
activities na pwedeng magkaroon ng
sakit.
HIV, sakit, ganun daw ang purpose nila kasi tinanong natin yun. So, kahit ganun man na meron silang check-up, bakit pa rin merong ganun? At parang napupus kasi sila sa ganitong trabaho.
Right. And it goes
Dapat
back to
iahon mo sila doon.
sa kahirapan, sa sitwasyon na yun.
Sa-
It goes back to poverty again.
Oo.
Yun
So
pa
after
rin.
the conduct of pap smear, so you get a pink
You're
clean of
safe.
health. You're safe. So okay na naman maging i-prostitute mo sarili mo, no? And then after 1 month, pap smear, okay ka naman. So okay na naman. So, hindi mo sila naiahon doon. Hindi mo sila natatanggal doon. Which is yun doon na yung mali. Doon na yung mali. The government should come up with a lot of job opportunities to offer to these, yung mga sex workers na to.
And also, like, education. Diba? Because you can land on a job that kasi ako meron akong mga kakilala na talagang grabe ang kanilang IQ kuya working in this pwede naman silang maging potential actually in other fields. But siguro for them to be also given free education if that would help them and
Alam mo yung ibang
or trainings sa skills, ibang skills.
Kaya yun yung ginagawa namin, ino-organize namin sila. Pero yung sinasabi mong may mga matalino, mga intelihenteng nasa trabahong ganun. Alam mo yung iba dyan, victim sila ng violence, victim sila ng rape, na dahil na-outcast na sila, dahil na-rape sila, kadiri na sila, dumidiretso.
Tuluyan na. Itutuloy na
okay.
nila.
Parang
Parang napariwara na sila.
Napariwara, alright.
Parang napariwara na. Alam mo yung sinasabi mo kanina, para may ahon natin sa kahirapan itong mga kababaihan na to, there's got to be a lot of job opportunities. Ang problema lang kasi, kahit na maraming job opportunities, hindi naman naayon yung skill o talent ng So, sana ang gobyerno magkaroon ng inventory ng mga skills na kinakailangan ng market. When we say market, mga companies, no?
Right.
Kung ano yung in-demand talaga ng mga skills, yun ang iti-training mo dito sa mga kababaihan para sa ganun, pagkatapos ng training nila, makakapasok ka agad ng trabaho. Hindi kagaya na nangyayari kasi sa atin, ang daming nag-aaral ng, I'm sorry to say this, but ang daming nag-aaral ng nursing. Pero ang daming mga nursing graduate na walang trabaho kasi nga, yung field na yon punong-puno na.
O kaya wala na.
O kaya wala na.
Offer.
Ganun yun, oo. Wala ng job offers.
They also get discriminated against maybe kapag nalaman yung background nila na nandito sila sa mga ganitong
You have to remember, kagaya rin ng isang inmate sa kale, no? Or ex-convict, no? You have to give them the opportunity to gel with the society again when they come back to the society. Same thing tong mga kababaihan na to na naging sex worker once in their lives, no?
Right.
The society should offer a more mapagmahal na society, no? To accept them back and gel with the society.
And become reintegrated.
Ang hirap kasi, yun ang isang, hindi lang kasi, doon sa ganung paraan, biktima pa rin sila eh.
Tama.
Kasi hindi natin sila binibigyan ng pagkakataon para magbago. Because, yung paniniwala nga namin sa BIME na everyone or anyone has always that opportunity to invent herself or himself.
Right. Great. Okay. Our episode is drawing to a close. We have a couple of minutes left. Marami pang gustong itanong sa inyo. I'll just forward them to you, Kuya Rob and Ma'am Mila. But anyway, let's invite our televiewers dito sa ating 1 Billion Rising, which is happening tomorrow, finally, after the long wait is over bukas para sa ating mga gusto mag-participate. Yes, Ma'am Mila.
Salamat, Grace, at na-invite kami dito sa show. Salamat kay Ma'am Ses, pero wala siya ngayon. Bukas, ni-invite namin lahat ng sectors, lahat ng mga kababaihan na maki-participate sa ating activity, yung 1 Billion Rising, and we will occupy Session Road. Close natin ang Session Road. Ipakita natin yung ating napakalaking number para ma-stop natin ang violence against women.
Pwede po ba
Sa
pag
lahat
may
ng
organization, Miss Mila, na nag-decide ngayon na panood ang episode ni Ate Ces sa Closer to Home, pumunta doon kasama ang kanilang mga streamers and mga bigla na lang pumunta doon, walang registration na required? Pwede po? Okay.
Yes. Oo. Okay yan. Maganda yan.
Okay, yan. And that's from 2 o'clock? Pwede na po ba silang pumunta na alas 2?
3:30.
3:30.
Pwedeng 3 o'clock kung wala silang
No, you can come, actually, you can come earlier for the registration.
All right.
Because all organizations who are participating should register so that you will be properly recognized later on.
Okay.
No, ganun yan.
Right.
That's going to be the
3:30 to 5.
over. But anyway, in the morning, you have to remember there's going to be a VMEN Summit to be held at the University Audiovisual Room of University of Baguio. So all men are invited. I hope that mas marami sa mga kalalakihan ang makisama dito sa forum na to para mapag-usapan natin kung paano natin matutulungan ang mga kababaihan sa paglaban nila sa karahasan. Anyway, I'm really hoping that during the OBR, the 1 Billion Rising sa Session Road, there's going to be a lot of men who will re-echo the voices of the women para sa ganun dadagundong ang boses ng kababaihan na sinasabi nila tama na ang karahasan. Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am Mila? Yeah? Meron po ba kayong final message?
Maraming salamat. Sir Rob.
Para po sa mga nagtatanong kung saan ang office ninyo.
Ang office namin ay located sa number 16, Dizon Subdivision, dito sa Baguio. Tapos, meron pa palang isang activity kami sa People's Park. Ito ay yung viewing ng mga video clips ng OBR sa international at saka sa national din. So, yun, mapapanood yun sa People's Park. At saka meron kaming signature campaign na ila-launch sa sa People's Park.
Okay. Gusto ko ka palang idagdag, no? Para sa mga gustong makilahok doon sa gagawin natin pagkilos bukas, pwede po kayong pumunta ng maaga para ipaprint po yung mga t-shirt nyo. Libre, no? Ng OBR, yung design ng OBR, you can come early para ipaprint yung mga t-shirt ninyo if you want to have one. Although may mga t-shirt, may bibenta na kami mga t-shirt doon, no, for sale. Ready-made yon. May mga print na yon. That's one. May mga pins din po tayo na ipapagbili if in case for those of you who are supportive of this event, pwede po kayong bumili ng mga pins na yon. That's yun yung mga pwedeng mangyari bukas. Anyway, Grace, we'd like to thank you for inviting us. We'd like to thank my best, Ate Ces Apostol, at inimbita niya kami dito sa programa niya. Although she's not around, but we really appreciate of you hosting us tonight. So thank you very much. And maraming salamat po sa mga nanood ngayong gabi.
Okay. Sa ating mga viewers, of course, sana po you participate tomorrow sa ating 1 Billion Rising happening from 3:30 to 5 p.m. along Session Road. Sarado po ang Session Road that time tomorrow. At tayo pong lahat, isigaw natin ang katotohanan, isigaw natin ang nilalaman ng ating mga puso, mapalalaki, mapababae, mapabata. You can come and join us tomorrow. And finally, it has been a pleasure and honor to have sat for my good friend Ate Ces, para sa kanyang episode ng Closer to Home. Final words po natin, you are not man enough if you're not strong enough to fight for and protect your woman, but you're not human enough as well if we don't love enough. So, let's love every day. Happy Valentine's po sa inyong lahat, and you're always closer to home with Ate Ces. Great evening po. This has been Grace Carion.